So this is a new kind of video I'm trying out, basically an extension of the weekly short where I can cover stuff a bit more in depth and include things I couldn't fit into the 60 seconds. If you like it or hate it or have any suggestions for the format, let me know, I'm still trying to figure it out. But first up, we have the pretty massive news that Amelia Watson from Hololive Myth will be kinda graduating. She went live with the always ominous audio only stream and announced that she would be ceasing all activities as Amy, but that she wasn't technically graduating. This was further confirmed by the Hololive tweet that said while her channel and social media activities would all be ending as of the 30th of September, she would remain an affiliate of Hololive Production moving forward. This led many people, including myself, to think that she might become a member of staff given how much work she already did behind the scenes. But Amy herself would give some more context in a pinned comment saying that, to sum everything up, I will be concluding my general activities such as streaming, event participation and regular content, but every once in a while I will be participating in different Hololive projects. This is a new step for everyone, so please wait patiently to see where it goes. She also further explained in a later stream that she currently has no plans to join staff, at least as far as she knows.
Oh yeah, this is something a lot of people were talking about. Saying that I'm gonna become staff or something like that. There are no plans for anything like that I'm aware of anyways. But, yeah, if they ever need tech advice, they'll be able to contact me.
With Myth just having their 4th anniversary and kinda being considered the gen that really pushed English VTubing into the mainstream, the community was understandably pretty sad to see Amy go, with different creators from pretty much every corner of VTubing coming out in support. Thankfully though, we might still get to see her in the future and we still have about a week of streams before she goes. Next up, Nijisanji was forced to make an apology this week after issuing a copyright takedown on this dinosaur NFT company thing. God, the internet's weird. This company having an Instagram ad with a section of music that sounded similar to a part of Vox's film The Demon Hungers. After Vox was informed about this by his fans back in August, Nijisanji seemingly took action to take the video down for infringing their copyright. It turns out though that both songs were just sampled from the same third party, which isn't an uncommon thing in song production. This prompted the statement you see here where Niji apologizes to the company, and also one from Vox himself where he admits to jumping to the wrong conclusions about them stealing the music and states that the possibility of a third party sample never crossed his mind. It's pretty concerning that Niji managed to get all the way to issuing a takedown before actually checking whether their claim was valid, especially this past week with how heated the discourse has gotten around YouTube's copyright system, but I guess at the very least they owned up to it publicly. There was also a small issue where some of Vox's fans blamed the composer of the song for all this and even seemed to imply sampling was lazy and that he'd intentionally hidden the fact he'd sampled music from Vox during production. Vox thankfully jumped on this pretty quick with a tweet encouraging his fanbase to show respect to the composer for his hard work, with the composer himself replying stating how much he loved working on the project. And speaking of YouTube copyright controversy, Ironmouse dropped a pretty amazing music video this week for her new song Time to Feast, but in maybe the worst timing ever, her official YouTube channel was terminated about 3 days later, so the video is currently unavailable. This termination is likely linked to the deletion of her VOD channel a couple of weeks back, where after receiving 3 copyright strikes and understandably not wanting to give over her personal details to dispute it, the entire channel was taken down. As a quick side note on that, I've seen some rumours going around that the copyright strikes were done by a malicious troll looking explicitly to dox Ironmouse. I couldn't find any evidence of that, and it seems more likely that they're general strikes due to React content being on the channel, though unfortunately Mouse did receive a weird amount of hate following the channel getting taken down, because some people just love to hate. Just last week she seemed somewhat hopeful that vshojo and her legal team might be able to get it back, and now her main channel's been hit. The current theory as to why seems to be that she might be getting hit by some sort of ban evasion. Since her VOD channel was terminated and YouTube doesn't allow you to create alts to get around channel bans, despite how dumb it is for creators to just get Thanos snapped off the website in 2 weeks because of one channel's copyright issues.
It'll be okay. My legal team is working on it. And they're talking to somebody directly at YouTube right now. So we'll be okay. Oh, we hit 165k, what the heck?
So yeah, as you can see, she said her legal team is on it and hopefully we'll see both channels back soon, but this has kinda caused the entirety of VTuber Twitter to clown on YouTube as a platform, at least more so than usual, with multiple big creators airing their own grievances with the website and the replies. Hey, editor Penumbra here, just figured I'd let you guys know that as of like an hour ago, both of Mouse's channels have been reinstated. This is technically next week's news, but I figured I'd let you guys know anyway. For debuts and outfit reveals this week, we had V4 Mirai's 4th generation Voltail debuting with 4 new members in Lyko, Poma, Rara Sakura, and Terra, whose debuts all had some pretty insane production value. V4 seems to be pushing this new gen pretty hard, with all 4 of them hitting over 40k subs before even debuting and having their own original song released to celebrate their debut. Specialite announced their second wave Eve.exe, which seems to be an FPS focused group consisting of 5 members debuting on September 28th, which is this coming Saturday. Mythos revealed their next wave Arcanum, with 3 new goddesses in Hermes, Dionysus and Hephaestus, who are also set to debut on the 28th. vshojo's Michi Mochivi revealed her new outfit along with an incredible Marilyn Monroe cover. Pixel Link's Kana showed off the plushie model she won from Cozy and Claire's giveaway, and Umi announced her debut adventure, which is also on September 28th, so that's going to be one hell of a packed Saturday. For this week's events and other releases, we had Hololive's Marine announcing her first solo live concert to go with her new 3D model, the Hololive GTA RP server beginning, Fuwamoku getting an SAO collab of all things, Anime Impulse will have both Nijisanji and Avalon attending later in October with all the panels and meet and greets that go along with a convention attendance. TwitchCon had the ending of the Sejam Slam tournament, though unfortunately Doki, Kana and Victoria couldn't attend and had to have people sub in for them. That did mean we got to see Saikuno in a wig though, which was a W.
Oh my god, Sakuna has the Doki wig. Oh, he's doing the cosplay!
Ironmouse's VTuber Academy also had its finals at TwitchCon, with Jay taking the win, and about 1 million VTubers had meet and greets. Idol reopened their Clipper program, this time in conjunction with V4 Mirai. Now under the general umbrella of the Brave Group US Clipper program, if you happen to be a VTuber Clipper, this means you could actually get paid for your work, which is apparently kind of a miracle in this YouTube economy. Callie somehow ended up all over Times Square because VTuber fans are insane. Aeon's Blaze announced the VTuber Olympics, an event where different anime people, or sorry, non-fleshies, can submit videos and try to win virtual gold. FaZe Kaleido, the first wave of FaZe Connect's JP branch, released their first ever group cover, that being a cover of the Sailor Moon opening Moon Pride. Production Kawaii started their cruise week of summer-themed streams. Kana released this cover of Still Alive from Portal. Doki revealed the winner of her Waifu Cup art contest, or revealed both the winners since she's Doki and couldn't just have one person win first place. She also released her 3D models on Twitter to help out any fan works the Dragoons want to create. The GamerSupps VTuber card game V card looks like it will be releasing sometime soon. Froggylock released a cover of Crazy, and the Lotion Man himself Rexon started a charity-thon for Doctors Without Borders. Now we have all the other drama, graduations and hiatuses that happened this week, and I reckon this is a good time to explain a sort of principle I have with my content. I don't really like covering things that are super personal or private or just kind of go outside the scope of what I consider VTuber news, so I tend to stay away from personal tragedies or loss or things that require me to delve into very private DMs to pass judgment unless it's part of a wider story I think is important to tell. With that being said, yes, I know about the fruit situation this week, and it's way more serious and heavy than I think is appropriate for VTuber news. If you need a video on it, I'm sure there's plenty of them out there by now. With that being said, Nijisanji's Kunai had her graduation this week on the 21st, though she didn't have a graduation stream, or actually any stream in the last 4 months, and her Twitter is now private. But here's her final goodbye post before she graduated. Zentrea was given her first warning by Twitch this week for sexual themes after briefly toggling on something like a One Piece for a few minutes. This following Twitch's recent trend of being overly harsh to certain VTubers like Shondo, who did thankfully get unbanned last week after all the backlash. There's a pretty big discussion going on in the community about various platforms' weird bias against anime people, what with these Twitch bans and YouTube cracking down on ASMR and just outright deleting Ironmouse's channel. Hopefully with enough noise the platforms will pay attention, and Twitch did at least announce at TwitchCon that streamers will now be sent clips of their violations when they get banned to help with transparency going forward. But with Twitch, literally any progress takes about 5 years longer than it should, so who knows. For a bit of funny Twitter drama, this dude named Douglas tried to sell a VTuber growth guidebook despite having absolutely no credentials or experience or even being a VTuber at all, and it's about as AI generated and useless as you'd expect. Though the community all coming together to clown on one dude was pretty entertaining. My personal favourite reply was the "brother who are you," because yeah, that pretty much sums it up. Although shout out to the person who linked the Dokibird VTubing advice VOD, because yeah, that's actually a credible source of information. Lucid Corporation, the company that owns the Lucid Multimedia VTuber Corpo, has been acquired by Superstate Holdings in a move that aims to expand their VTuber activities even more. While most of the talents are staying throughout the transition, Star has decided to leave the company to continue as an indie. Finally, in news I couldn't really categorise, Gigi did an 8-hour fever stream of a karaoke where she sang September non-stop in various crazy locations. I guess I could classify it as an event, but honestly it felt more like a cult ritual. Also, for some reason, VTuber Twitter is just full of feet right now, and it's being regarded as the secret formula, whatever that means. I'm not going to show any examples, but if that's not your thing, maybe stay away. So that was VTubing last week in a bit more than 60 seconds. Again, let me know any thoughts on the format or content or anything. Thanks as always to my members for supporting me. If there's anything I missed this week or that you'd like me to include next week, leave it below and I'll try and pin a comment with all the major stuff I missed, or feel free to join my Discord. I have a news channel there and it's where I collect a lot of my info. I'll see y'all next week.